साक्षात् परमै श्री गुरवे नमः। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिमाधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। हरि ओम। Okay, Swami. Do you remember anything which we went through last year?
I think we ended with Bhajigovindam.
We ended it, but do you have anything any remembrance, like anything what we did?
Yeah, I was
maybe around 39 classes. Any classes in the holidays, at least you recollected, or you went through, or at least you might have identified that this is what we learned in the class.
Yeah, I was trying to understand the Mahakavyas.
Wow, Mahakavya is a very highest level of thing. Lakshma Reddy ji, namaskaram. How are you?
Good, Ashay.
Bhavan Kushalamasi?
Kushalamasmi.
Uttamam. Perfect answer. Mata Kadamasti. Mata Kadamasti. Samyak asti va?
Kadamasti.
Samyak asti.
Samyak asti. Samyak asti.
Samyak asti. Uttamam.
Yeah, but the experience, what we have learned, I think, let me tell in English only. So there has been a lot of these, TTD has been doing a lot of these Ramayana Kavya, like Balakandam, Yuddhakandam, and Sundarakanda. When they were all the slokas they were reading with the Veda Pandits. So we are able to at least understand some words in that, and we're feeling the beauty of those slokas.
Okay.
The classes have helped that way to us. Actually.
Able to get connected with that.
Yes, yes.
Good. Lakshma Reddy ji, anything your what we can say, feedback or recollection of last classes?
Feedback from what we have done so far. I haven't done much with the Sanskrit since we have left the class. But you asked us one thing. We remember the Panchatantra Katha. So there was a prayer before that.
Okay.
That one you asked us to everybody to read out when you come back the next week, but the next week never happened. So yeah. So but anyway, so in general, looking forward to the class eagerly. So everyone.
Your voice is lost, Lakshma.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I think.
No, it's fine.
Now it's okay. Did you by heart the sloka, Lakshma Reddy?
Give me 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. I did at the time, actually. Yeah. Well, it was interesting to learn anyway, and then so because it's interesting, we did it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have cared for it. Yeah. So
yeah, from my side, I'm reading it every day in the morning as soon as I wake up.
Which one? Areva?
Brahma, Kumaro, Harivarnayama, Vanhindra Kubera, Chandra, Adityo, Saraswati, Udati, Yuganaga, Vayururva Bhushanga, Siddhya, Nagai, Ashwino, Sri Ditira Ditasuta, Matara Chandikadya, Veda, Tirthani Yajna, Gana Vasu Munaya.
Pantu Nityam Grahascha.
Pantu Nityam Grahascha. Very good, Swami. Happy to hear that you are following it.
And also me and Tatji attended the Patanjali Yoga Sutra sessions, which actually incidentally ended last week.
Oh,
So there were many Sanskrit slokas that were being taught.
yes.
Like everything is in Sanskrit, as we all
True, true.
know.
Mm.
So, but I think we were able to understand and a little better. I guess we are able to connect and relate with all the words and the meanings, and then so it kind of kept us in touch with the Sanskrit a little bit. Even though I said I didn't do anything, but I think we forgot that. So that was a good one. Actually, I highly enjoyed that sessions also. The yoga.
Yoga Sutra will be very nice, Swami. Yogaha Chittavritti Nirodhaha.
Yeah, I'll say one of the sutra from that,
Please, please.
which I liked it and remembered even after a few weeks. Maitri Karuna Mudito
Pekshanam.
Pekshanam Sukha Dukha
Punya
Punya
Vishayanam
Vishayanam.
Bhavanataha Chitta Prasadam.
So
Fantastic Sutram, Swami.
another one is Stiram Sukham Asanam. Sukama Asanam.
Sthira Sukham Asanam.
Sthira
Tatra
Sukha.
Sthira Sukham Asanam.
Yeah.
Mm. Wow. Super. Tatra Sthira Sukham Asanam. And Prana Pratyardhana Vidharanabhyam Va Pranasya. He speaks about Ishvara. Who is Ishvara? Ishvara is someone such a Purvesham api Guruhu Kalena Anavachedat. He is like a teacher for the teacher, it seems. There are many, Okay. I'm finding about Raghuvamsham book, Swami. I got it just now. Some good book. Okay, Swami, that's fine. This time I wanted to, we are going to learn some good kavyas, few chapters in kavyas, like 1 or 2 chapters in Raghuvamsha, 1 or 2 chapters in Kumara Sambhava, 1 or 2 chapters in Meghadutam. In Meghadutam, only 2 chapters are there. Meghadutam. All these are Kalidasa's poetry. Apart from Kalidasa, we may go to, we'll go to Bharavi, 1 chapter of Kirata Arjuniyam, and 1 small chapters of different poets, and 1 chapter from Ramayana. I think I'll start from Ramayana.
You read my mind, Acharya ji.
Thank you, sir.
I was thinking of asking you just that.
Just we'll go to Ramayana and from Mahabharatam also, such that whenever you take a book, any Ramayana or Mahabharata, you could at least try to read the shlokas and just get connected with the content situation. Okay. We'll go to Ramayana. Let me search this. I got Raghuvamsha today. I wanted to start with Raghuvamsha. Okay. Then we'll go to Ramayana. And let us see what we remember from last classes. In that Raghuvamsha, our perception should be in identifying the nouns, verbs, and grammatical concepts like gender bias, gender differences, Pumlinga, Strilinga, and Napumsakalinga. And just do not forget to understand the mind of a poet, why he told all those things. Shyamji, namaste. Are you okay? Comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah. We are not. I'm not listening to your voice from the morning, so I'm just thinking about.
What is the headset was that?
Someone is talking. Vasudha Mata joined, so that's the reason.
He also joined. And,
Okay. Can you read this for me?
Mahakavi Sri Kalidasa Virachita.
Mahakavi
Virachitam.
Sri Kalidasa Virachitam
Raghuvamsham.
Raghuvamsham. Why it is not Raghuvamshaha or Raghuvamsha? Why it is Raghuvamsham?
It's about the vibhakti.
Not Bhakti, it is Napumsakalinga. Okay. Raghuvamsham, Kavyam, 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 Kavehe Karma Kavyam. The work of a poet is called as Kavyam. It is in Napumsakalinga. So that is Raghuvamsham. And do you find any other line under the Raghuvamsham? Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
What is that? Can anyone read it?
Mallinadha Kruta Sanjeevani Sametam.
Fantastic. Mallinatha was a scholar, because we need to remember other scholars apart from Panchamaha Kavis. Mallina was a beautiful scholar, like great scholar, who gave commentary to all the Panchamaha Kavyas. He explained it in a way that he did not miss even a syllable in any poem. He compelled, like he just composed all the shlokas for commentary. Sorry, he composed the commentary for all the shlokas of these poets. If Mallinatha was not there, if this commentary section was not done, we might have lost Raghuvamsha and all these Panchamaha Kavyas long ago. He is from Telangana.
Wow.
So he's a great scholar who just gave commentaries to all the Kavyas, particularly Kalidasa, because he's typical to understand. But he explained everything, why poet might have told all those things when the Kavi Hridaya. He does the Kavi Hridaya also. So remember the name Mallinatha.
Mallinatha.
One of a great, he is equal scholar to Kalidasa.
What is the meaning of this word? Mallinadha Kruta Sanjeevani Sametam.
You tell that. You divide the words. Mallinatha is a noun.
Name.
Okay, next.
Kruta means done by.
Done. That's it.
Sanjeevani Sametam.
Sanjeevani is a noun, is a name for his Vyakhyanam.
I see.
He just gives the name called Sanjeevani to his pen name.
I see. Sametam means
Sametam.
along with.
The book is along with the Sanjeevani Vyakhyana from Mallinatha Suri, or done by Mallinatha Suri. These are all okay. But in any book, I think I generally believe these two are very, very important. Written
What
by
is this period, Mallinatha?
Mallinatha is long ago, Swami. I think he's almost he's like in a Puranic age, like 6th, 7th centuries, I think.
Oh.
It's a good question. Okay. Remember, in any book, if you go to any Sanskrit book, Samskrita Kavya or anything, if you find anything in a normal letters, is a Vyakhyana. There's a commentary. If you find anything in bold letters, consider it as a real poem by the poet. So this is Kalidasa's poem. Before Kalidasa's poem, how much he explained? This is our Mallinatha's creation. Can you read anything? Mata Pitrubhyam Jagato Namo Vamardha Janaye Sadyo Dakshina Drukpata Sankucha Dvama Drushtaye. These are all like shlokas, big shlokas, okay? This is the first shloka. Before going to the first shloka of Kalidasa, I can just take another English or Telugu commentaries, but I only wantedly took Sanskrit commentary because of we are in a Sanskrit class, we should go on. Even though it is difficult, slowly we can just excel it. That's why I just took only Sanskrit commentary.
Raghuram Garu,
Yeah.
can you zoom in a little bit more?
Yeah, sure.
Can you
Let
read
me
the
tell.
individual shlokas?
Now,
Yeah, that's good.
So, what is Raghuvamsha? we'll completely know with the name called Raghu Vamsha. What is Raghu? He is a forefather of Rama. First, the king, you will come to know who are the kings and all in this particular chapter. He'll tell everything, who is who. Okay. But Rama's father, do you know who is Rama's father?
Dasharatha.
Dasharatha, very good. Who is his father?
I know one named Dilipa. I'm not sure if
No,
it
no,
is
no.
right.
Dasharatha's father is Aja Maharaja. Aja. Okay. Aja's father,
Shanku.
Raghu Maharaj.
Hmm.
Raghu Maharaja's father, Dilipa Maharaj. Okay, Dilipa, Raghu, Aja, Dasharatha, Rama. Rama is the fifth. So,
Where does Trishanku fit?
Trishanku is not a king of, or like forefather of this era, it seems. He may be from other, the same era, but some other clan. Okay. Raghuvamsha is such a beautiful book which is easily understood by common Sanskrit language people, like people who are in the beginners, like initial stages. Kalidasa is famous for Upama. Upama means examples. Simile. In poetic way, it's called as simile. So he is master in giving examples. You'll find out he'll not use one example for another shloka. One example for one shloka, he'll give those many examples. He'll not repeat examples at all. So his vision is so deep and so beautiful. So what we can learn from this Raghuvamsha is, first of all, how Rama's dynasty was and how they behaved and how they ruled. Administrational point we can understand. The second, when Rama enters, I think Rama enters in somewhere around 8th or 9th chapter. In total, this Raghuvamsha is of 19 chapters. So we don't go to up to 19 chapters. Just 1 or 2 chapters we'll touch and go. So in which we'll understand the beauty of Kalidasa's poetry, how to see the poetry and how to understand the poetry, and examples also. How he applied all those similes, Upama Alankara in poetry. Okay. So we'll see the beauty of Kalidasa, beauty of Raghu's dynasty. Both things we have a chance to see in it. So in the initial beginning of the book, I told you in the last class, Mangaladini, Mangala Madhyani, Mangalantani, Shastrani Prathante, Veera Purushani Bhavanti. Whatever the book or whatever the work you do, if you do the prayer in the beginning, it will shine. If not, you forgot, okay, Mangala Madhyani. In the middle, at least, you should pray. Or else Mangala Antani. There are few kavyas where Mangalam is done in the ending of the kavya. Any book in Sanskrit literature starts with a prayer. Any work in Sanskrit literature will start with a prayer. If not, you can find it in the middle of the book. If not, ending of the book. So this is Mahakavya's niyama. Any kavya's niyama rule that you should start a book with a prayer. So Kalidasa also starting a book, his own work called Raghuvamsham with his prayer. So I want to tell you something about Kalidasa. What do you know about Kalidasa? Anybody know about Kalidasa?
Not much.
So
He was
without
a
knowing
Pandit
about
in
Kalidasa,
Ujjain.
okay, Ujjain.
He was Sanskrit writer. Prior to that, he was not a scholar, I think.
Okay.
With the help of Kali Mata, he got enlightenment and started writing these kavyas.
Okay. Any other perception or any other? We don't know the age of Kalidasa, first of all. Okay. There are few stories that he was a dumb fellow. He don't know anything. In one kingdom, a king have a very beautiful daughter who is so intelligent, intellectual and all. And she used to intrude in all the administrative matters. All the ministers around the king were not happy with that. They wanted to teach a lesson to the king. So they are waiting for a chance. One day when king ordered that I am going to perform marriage of my daughter, I want you all to just go and search for a very good intellectual who is equally capable to be a husband of my daughter. Bhavan sarve gatva varam anveshanam kurvantu. Vara anveshanam kurvantu. Do the search of a groom. Sarve mantrinaha, all the ministers. Gatva avakasha vadina. So they are all waiting for an opportunity to just teach a lesson, right? Kim kurtavantaha, what they did? Te gatva, they went. Anveshana sandarbhe, while they are searching. Ekaha, murkhaha, one fool. Swa, needam, kartanavant, kartavan, kartanam karotisma. Kartana is cutting. What is doing? Swashakha kartanam. He is sitting on a branch and cutting the same branch. Generally, we'll sit opposite side and cut the branch, as if will not fall down. But he is the one who is sitting other side of the branch and cutting the branch as if he does that, he will fall down along with the branch. But he don't know that. Mantrina sarve santushtaha santi. We got a scholar. He is the right person to be the husband of that princess. So what they did, they called him, trained, abhyasam karaitavantah. Kim abhyasam? Yes, no. Satyam, asatyam, mithya. Mithya means like Maya. They brought him to the royal court with all the good decoration like a scholar. And lady asked one or two or three questions. The first question he said, Satyam. And she couldn't understand why he is telling all these things. Then ministers clapped and told, aha, what a great answer. He's intellectual. He is talking out of the box. They connected his dialogues. It is right. Second question also, he said, no, nasti, asatyam. They also just related this to some other example and it was approved. And the third thing he asked whether, what do you believe in marriages and all, she asked. He said, mithya. Means Maya. It's acceptable thing. What is life is mithya. So in toto, everyone clapped for his scholarism for 3 questions and all. Everyone accepted. And when everyone accepts, obviously king also should accept. If everyone accepts that he is a very great scholar, intellectual, let us perform marriage with my daughter. Marriage was done. After all the marriage, while marriage, he was so silent. After all the marriage, when he went to the palace, when they are alone, the Maharani and Kalidasa, then she asked, what are you doing? She started to talk in Sanskrit. Kim asti priye, kim karoshi, bhavataha jnanam bhavataha kavitvam bhavataha pandityam mahan santoshaha krutamasid. He started talking something. But what he knows? Nothing. He started telling asti, nasti, mithya. Satyam, asatyam, mithya. For every thing, whatever she is talking, he is talking the same. He's telling the same. She got confused and she asked some questions. He couldn't understand the language too. Then she identified something wrong happened with me. He's actually a dumb fellow. They just wanted to torture me, or they don't want to cheat me, so they did this. And what she did, she necked this guy out of the palace. Princess necked this foolish guy out of the palace. And now he realized something. See, where I am, I was happy cutting my own branches of a tree. Where I came to a palace, listening to those ministers' words. I came here and see, look at, I'm just being insulted by a woman. What to do? He couldn't understand. Meanwhile, there is a prachara, there is advertisement that in that Rajya, there is a temple. There was a temple in which every day Kali Mata comes out of the temple and wander in the premises of the temple and gets inside. So what they do every day at evening 7 o'clock, they used to lock the temple. Lock the temple, they'll open in the morning itself. Not the Garbhalaya, entire temple. Because Mata will come out and wander here and there in that Koneru and the other places. Fine. While these things are going, he entered inside the temple before they lock. తాళం వేసే ముందే లోపలికి వెళ్ళిపోయాడు. అక్కడ అమ్మవారి గర్భగుడిలోంచి బయటికి రావాలి కదా, రాకుండా తలుపు తాళం వేసేసాడు. ఆవిడ బయటికి రావట్లేదు, తలుపు సౌండ్ చేస్తోంది లోపల నుంచి. ఇవి నేను తలుపు తీయనంటాడు. లేదయ్యా, ప్రతిరోజు నేను బయటికి రావాలి, అంతా తిరగాలి ప్రాంతం అంతా, నేను తీయన లోపల నుంచి శబ్దాలు వస్తున్నాయి. తీయట్లేదు. ఎందుకు తీయట్లేదు అని, నాకు అన్యాయం జరిగింది అందుకని నేను తీయట్లేదు. ఏం అన్యాయం జరిగింది చెప్పాడు మొత్తం. సరే, ఇప్పుడు నీకేం కావాలి? ఎవరైతే నన్ను మెడబట్టు బయటికి గెంటేశారో వాళ్ళు నన్ను చూసి ఆనందపడాలి, ఆశ్చర్యపడాలి, పొగడాలి. నా భార్య నేను సంతోషపెట్టాలి, కాబట్టి నేను ఒక పండితుడిని అవ్వాలి. అప్పటికప్పుడు పండితుడు ఎలా అవుతావురా? నాకు తెలియదు, నేను అవ్వాల్సిందే. ఐ వాంట్ టు బి అ స్కాలర్. దెర్ ఈస్ నో అదర్ ఆప్షన్ టు మాత. అమ్మవారికి ఎలాంటి అవకాశం లేదు. అందరూ తెలుగు వాళ్ళనే తెలుగులో చెప్తున్నాను స్వామి. సో బయటికి వచ్చే అవకాశం లేదు కాబట్టి ఆవిడ ఏం చేసింది?
Sorry, there is another one. Venkat Ramakrishna, I don't think he
is not there, na? Is he there? Venkat Ramakrishna is there?
Yeah.
So I did not see you. I'm sorry.
There is another iPhone. I don't know who iPhone is.
iPhone is, I think, Vasudha Mata.
No. iPad. Vasta is iPad, yeah. I think I can guess iPhone, but I'm not 100%.
Okay, that's okay. So when Kalidasa is not allowing Mata to come out of the temple, and Kali Mata desperately wanted to come out of the temple, and which is locked. And she said, what do you want? I want to be a scholar. Okay, show your tongue. He opened his tongue out. And she wrote some letters on the tongue, some bijaksharas. Immediately he got some power, knowledge, the blessings of Mata, and he started telling a shloka. Manikya Veenam Upalalayantim Madalasam Manjula Vagvilasam Mahendra Neelat Judiko Malangim Matanga Kanyam Manasa Smarami. He said the shloka immediately. Till then, he don't have a name. Now, with the prasada of Kalika Mata, he got scholar. From then, he became Dasa, assistant of Kalika Mata. So, he is named as Kali Dasa. Done. He just opened the temple, took the blessings of Kali Mata, and with a great scholarism, he appreciated her a lot with some poems. He just came back and knocked the door. Palace. From inside, a newly married bride, like she is just talking. Asti kaschid vag visheshaha? She asked. Asti kaschid vag visheshaha. Once again. Asti kaschid Vak Visheshaha. What is the meaning of it? Asti, is there? Kaschid, any? Vak, talking, Visheshaha, importance? Is there any important thing to talk to me? Till now, he's a fool. Now, he's a great intellectual with the blessings of Kalika Mata. A great scholar will answer, will he answer directly? Obviously, scholars will never answer anything directly. What he did? He removed this Vishesha, okay, with remembering these three words, Asti Kaschit Vak. He wanted to show her his knowledge. He read Asti Kaschit Vak. With the word Asti, he wrote a book called Kumara Sambhavam. He wrote a poem called Mahakavyam called Kumara Sambhavam. It is about Kumara Swami's Janana and the story of Shiva and Parvati and some divine concept. And with a second work called Kaschit, he wrote a work called Megha Sandesham. You know Megha Sandesham? Anyone heard about it? Did you ever heard of Megha Sandesham?
Yeah, we did.
There is a view. It's a beautiful work of, like, marvelous work. And with the other word called Vak, he wrote a work called Raghuvamsha. Okay. So with writing these three books, he wanted to answer his wife, but maybe, I don't know, he did it, by doing such a great thing, he contributed the basic source to the literature of Sanskrit. Apart from these three works, he did some other good job called Raghuvamsham, Kumara Sambhavam, Megha Sandesham, Abhijnana Shakuntalam. Abhijnana Shakuntalam is one of the good work. It's a drama. These two are poems. This is called as Kavyam. Kavyam. Raghuvamsham is a Kavyam. Abhijnana Shakuntalam is a Natakam. Drama, like a movie. Next one, Rutu Samharam. Rutu Samharam. Okay, so these are 5 important works of Kalidasa: Kumara Sambhavam, Raghuvamsham, Abhijnana Shakuntalam, Megha Sandesham, Rutu Samharam. These only 5 works he did, that's it. Only with these 5 works, he becomes so famous. He wrote 2 kavyas which are Mahakavyas. These 2 are Mahakavyas, so he is called as Mahakavi. As he wrote Mahakavyam, so he is called as Mahakavi. So, Mahakavi Kalidasaha. Mahakavi Kalidasaha. This is one story. Later, there is another concept which was not prehistory, but in Vikramarkas or Bhojarajas, 2 eras. Vikrama era is different, Bhoja's era is different. In both eras, we can find Kalidasa's literature. We can that. Dhanvantarikshya Panika Marasimha Shanku Veta Labhatta Ghatakarpara Kalidasa Khyato Varaha Mihiro Nrupate Sabhayam Ratnani Vai Vara Ruchir Nava Vikramasya. There's a king called Vikramarka. In his era, there are 9 great scholars who are considered as Navaratna in his dynasty. Vikramarka's era, he used to maintain Navaratnas in his dynasty, 9 scholars. Can you tell me any other king who maintained scholars like this?
Sri Krishna Devaraya.
And scholars are called as
Ashtadiggajas.
Ashtadiggajas. So Sri Krishna Devaraya maintained 8 great literature scholars and called as Ashtadiggajas. Previously, long ago, Vikramarka also maintained 9 scholars and they were called as Nas. Kalidasa's name can be seen. Later, after some hundreds of years later, there is another king called Bhojaraj. He was a great literature lover. And in his dynasty, there are few scholars in which Kalidasa was very important. And he was almost a close friend of Bhoja Maharaja. They used to move together, they used to love each other. And there are many shlokas, there are many literature proofs, evidences were seen, like Bhoja and Kalidasa were discussing. And without Bhoja, there is no Kalidasa, and without Kalidasa, there is no Bhoja. And anything, they both have a good, what we can say, rapport with each other. And they used to solve many problems and puzzles. And Kalidasa saved Bhoja Maharaja many times with his poetry. So there are many stories. Now I told you 3 concepts. Number 1, the real Kalidasa was actually a fool. He don't know anything, ignorant. After marriage, when wife encouraged him to just go out and just come and show your face only when you become a scholar. And he went to Kalida with the blessings of Kali Mata. He came back and wanted to talk to his wife, and she told 3 beautiful words. And with the base of those beautiful words, he wrote 3 works: Kumara Sambhavam with Asti, Kaschita Mega Sandesham, Vak Raghuvamsha, and some other dramas also, the extra works he did, and he was very famous. And he was in Vikramarka's era, and we can see him in Bhojaraja's era. Bhojaraja's era. So the first, second, third. Hope you came to know about Kalidasa a little today.
Yes.
Is it new or something you know already?
I think we were thinking all the 3 are same. So, but you were saying it's a different era.
Eras are different. Bhoja is different, and this Vikramarka is different. We don't know, but the proof is Kalidasa is works only. We don't know the history.
First story is very common knowledge, I think. The one where he's sitting on the tree and cutting the branch where he's sitting like a fool.
So Mahakavi Kalidasa was great with his works. Later, maybe they might have created some stories, and maybe Vikramarka's era, Kalidasa was real and his works are real, but we don't know the pre and post history. In our ancient literature, no one mentioned their name, date of birth, place, parents, and all to just tell about themselves. They want the value of the work to be famous. That's why they never mentioned them about themselves. Maybe Kalidasa was one among them. That's why you don't have any date of birth and mother and father of him and all. No information about his past. But works makes him famous. All the Kalidasa's works make him too famous. Next, let us come to the work again. Now, we came to know about Kalidasa, but without introduction, we can't go into the poetry. So the first work is Raghuvamsham. In that Asti Kaschita Vak, that Vak, can you see Vak here?
Yeah, Vagardha Viva Samprukta.
The first, this is Vak. With that Vak, he started the work. It's a very famous shloka. Many people knows about this too. Vak Ardhav Iva Samprukta. Vak Ardha Pradipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau. Can you repeat this shloka? Vagardha Viva Samprukta. Vagardha प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे
जगतः पितरौ वन्दे
पार्वती परमेश्वरौ.
पार्वती परमेश्वरौ.
Fantastic. The meaning, walk. What is the meaning of walk? Word. Ardha.
Meaning.
Iva. Very good.
Like.
Very good. Once again, Vag Ardha Viva. Like
word and meaning.
Very good. Sampruktau. Sampruktau is associated, joined together.
So the Sampruktau is like, is it like the plural, singular, plural? Is that the
What is au?
Is the dual?
Fantastic. Sampruktaha. Ekaha sampruktaha. Trayaha sampruktaha. Dve sampruktau. Vak Ardha. How many words are there here? Word, 2 words. Vak Ardha. As word and meaning associated with each other. Vak Ardha. Again, word and meaning. Pratipattaye. What is pratipatti? To achieve, to get. Vande. What is Vande?
Salutation.
I salute. To whom? Parvati Parameshwarau. How many Parvati Parameshwarau?
2.
I salute both Parvati and Parameshwarau. Why are you saluting? Because Vak Ardha Pratipattaye. To get the knowledge of words and meaning. What a poet required to write a poem? Palace, pen, books, ink. What he require? He should know lot of words and different types of meanings. So he should have knowledge of words and meanings. That's it. He can do kavya. So remaining things are materialistic. If there is no work of Kalidasa in written also, we might be able to just talk about him. It may go through our tongue. Still, a poet, what he requires? He requires only a good knowledge of, sound knowledge of words and meaning. So what he is doing? Vande, I salute Parvati Parameshwarau. Who are they? Jagataha Pitarau. They are Pitarau, parents of the world. Mata and Pita both, na? That's why Pitarau. So I salute Parvati and Parameshwara, who are the parents of the universe. I am saluting them for what? Vak Ardha Pratipattaye. To get the knowledge of
word and its meaning.
Words and meanings. Word and meaning. I want Shabda, Ardha, Jnana. For the knowledge of Shabda, Ardha, Jnana, I am saluting the parents of the universe, Parvati and Parameshwara. And now you should justify, right? Why are you asking them only? Why not Narayana and Mahalakshmi? And why not Brahma, Saraswati? And why not, if he is doing Ramayana, work on Ramayana, Raghuvamsha is a work on Ramayana, right? Raghuvamsha is a work on Ramayana. Because he is explaining the entire Raghuvamsha, the dynasty of Rama. He can say Rama and Sita also. Why only Parvati Parameshwara? Why especially Parvati Parameshwara? Very simple. I salute Parvati and Parameshwara. They are the parents of the universe, and asking them the knowledge of word and meaning as they are associated with each other like word and meaning. You understand why he is telling this word and meaning? Associated. Ardhanarishwara Swarupa. You can't differentiate Parvati from Parameshwara in Ardhanarishwara Swarupa. They are associated. Parvati associated with Parameshwara, Parameshwara associated with Parvati. They are like word and meaning. Why word and meaning? Because you can't divide meaning with a word. There is no word with a meaning, without a meaning, and there is no meaning without a word. If there is no meaning, it is not called as a word at all. So, Parvati and Parameshwara, who were associated with each other like word and meaning. Do you understand the Upama Alankara here? Like Iva, whenever you see this Iva, remember there is example told by Kalidasa.
Right.
Wherever is Iva, okay, Kalidasa is going to give an example, beautiful example. Okay, how Parvati and Parameshwara were associated? They are associated like
Word and meaning.
how beautiful it is. How beautifully he found out an example. He found out an exact example for Parvati and Parameshwara's Ardhanarishwara Sarupa. That is Shabdartha Vagardhau Iva Sampruktau. To them, what I am asking, Vagardha Pratipattaye. Whatever the people have, we can ask them only. If you go to a landlord and ask land, you can just go to a great millionaire, can ask some millions. If he is a Dhanya Adhipati, person who got a lot of Dhanya, you don't go and ask them Bhumi. You go and ask them Dhanya. In the same way, I can ask the knowledge of words and meaning only to the people who are associated like word and meaning. So I want that. Mata and Pita, Prasadam Dadatu, Shabdardha Jnanam, Kimardam, Bhavatau, Yubot, Bhavantau, Vag Ardhau, Iva Sampruktau, Vande, Bhavatau, Jagadaf Pitarau, Vande, He Parvati Parameshwarau, Vande, Vagardha Jnanam Tadatu. He is asking Vag Artha Jnana. Have you got good idea on this shloka now?
Yes.
Repeat once again, you will know the meaning. Vag Ardhau Iva Sampraktau. Vagardhau Iva becomes Vagardha Viva. It's a Sandhi. Vagardhau Iva Sampraktau.
Vagardhau Iva Sampraktau.
Vagardha Pratipattaye. Jagatah Pitarau Vande. Parvati Parameshwarau. Now I want to listen to the meaning from anyone. Raise your hand if you want to tell the meaning.
Not following. Meaning of this, or
Yes, meaning of the shloka.
you just explained, so
Yeah, just repeat.
What, meaning or shloka?
Meaning.
Meaning.
If I say twice, the time will be wasted. I will just give a try. Divide the word and tell the meaning, that's it.
But isn't that what you explained, Acharyaji, now?
Yeah, whatever I explained
Okay,
in the
okay.
shloka, you just
Repeat
tell me the
it.
same.
Okay.
Vak Artha
Hmm.
Iva.
Hmm.
Vak is word, Artha is meaning,
Hmm.
Iva is like,
Hmm.
Samprakto, so they are related.
Sampruktau. Very good. Sampruktau.
Samprakto.
Hmm.
As they're associated and related,
Hmm.
Vak plus Ardha, Pratipattaye.
Hmm.
I mean, this Pratipattaye is one
Meaning.
you may have to explain once again.
Achieve, to get.
To achieve. Pratipattaye is to achieve. So I pray the God Parvati Parameshwara, who are the parents of this world.
Mm-hmm.
Jagata Pitaro, Vande Parvati Parameshwaro. Because they are associated like Vak and Artha with Ardhanarishwara.
Ah.
Yes.
Any corrections or any developments in this, Swami?
Acharya ji, this Pratipattaya, is it one word?
Yeah. Pratipatti, to get. Pratipattaye, for getting.
Okay.
Pratipattaye, like, tell me the shabda like Pratipattaye. How does it's looking like? Haraye. Haraye. Okay, that's okay. That's a word, it's a different thing. But Pratipattaye means to achieve, to seek, or to get, to be blessed with. Pratipattaye is to be blessed with. Now, you should read the shloka like this. Jagatah Pitarau, Parvati Parameshwarau, Vagardha Pratipattaye, Vagardha Vivasampruktau, Vande. Vagardha Vivasampruktau, Parvati Parameshwarau. Repeat once again. Vagardha Vivasampruktau, Parvati Parameshwarau, Jagatah Pitarau, Vagardha Pratipattaye, Vande. I am saluting people who are associated like word and meaning. Those are Parvati and Parameshwara, who are parents of the universe. I am saluting to achieve the knowledge of word and meaning. So we call it as Anvaya. This is in a improper positions. If you match it, it becomes a sentence. Or else it will be a shloka.
So here is a doubt, Acharya ji.
Amma.
So I guess I know they have probably rearranged these words for the rhythm and rhyme. So I guess somehow in a language that we use, we express them the way we do, like. So I guess this is a distinct difference, because you can place the subject, object, verb wherever you want. That gives the Sanskrit the ability to more flexibility to have the the beautiful rhythms that they have.
And the other thing is, once if you got adjusted or practiced or habituated to read these shlokas, obviously you know the sentences and like the formation is easy. And you need a little practice, that's it.
I think these are arranged to get that rhythm or
Rhythm, chandas.
Rhythm or meter, I think, right?
Meter. This is called as Anushtup Chandaha. Shuklam Vardhanam Vishnu.
Yeah.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vagardha Viva Sampruktav, Vagardha Pratipattaye, Jagatah Pitarau Vande, Parvati Parameshwara.
The similar, okay.
This is called as Anushtup Chanda.
So that's the beauty of Sanskrit. You can place any word
anywhere, meaning is same.
Meaning is still the same.
And here there is another small, what do you say, Vishesha, speciality. The same meaning we are talking about Parvati and Parameshwara till now. Let us read the same thing in a different manner. Vagardhav iva sampruktav, who are associated like word and meaning. Parvati pa. Parvati pa means Parvati palanakaraha, Parvati patihi. Who is that? Shiva. Rama, you know who is Rama? Lakshmi Devi.
Yes.
Ishvara of Rama?
Vishnu.
Vishnu. Jagatah Pitarau. Pita Shabda, Pumlinga, Pita Pitarau Pitaraha. Two fathers. Okay. I am saluting two fathers. They are Parvati Pa, that is Shiva, Rameshwarau, Vishnumurti, who are associated like word and meaning. In a society, there is a difference between Vaishnavas and Shaivas. lot of conflicts. Our Shiva is great. No, no, no. Vishnumurti is first. No, no. Vishnumurti derived from Shiva. No, 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 no. Shiva created. Vishnumurti created Shiva. Difference, like no, like these people are great. These are airways or Vishnumurti. Railways is Shiva. Both are economic. These are all rubbish things going in the society. So Kalidasa gave a greater slab on the people who are differentiating. Like they both are like word and meaning. Shiva, Shivasya Hridayam Vishnu. In Sandhya Vandana we'll have a shloka. Shivasya Hridayam Vishnu, Vishnuvasya Hridayagum Shivaha. Shiva is in the heart of Vishnu, it seems. But in the heart of Vishnu, who is already in the heart of Shiva, in the heart of Vishnu, there is Shiva, it seems. How imagining like graphical thing, you know. There is Shiva, in the heart of Shiva, there is Vishnu, but in the heart of Vishnu, there is Shiva. Again, in the heart of Shiva, there is Vishnu. So they are not separate, they are not two, they are one. To tell that, Vak Ardhau Iva Sampruktau, who are associated like word and meaning. Now, who these are? Shiva and Vishnu are associated like word and meaning. They are Pitarau. They are both are there. Shiva and Vishnu both are there, but both are fathers of the universe. Both of them protect the world many times. In all Dashavatara concepts, in every Rakshasa's invasion, both came as fathers and protected the world, all the universe and all the species. So Jagatah Pitarau, who both are the parents of the universe, to them one day I salute. Why are you saluting? What can they give? As they are associated like word and meaning, I am asking them the knowledge of word and meaning.
Which one is the proper way to read? Like Parvati Parameshwara, or you can read anywhere?
Both are right. That is Kalidasa.
Both are right.
That is called as Kavi Hridaya. Both are right. Okay, tell me what is right from your side.
It's beautiful. I think it's both ways. You can infer the meaning both ways.
Yes.
Parvati, if you break it one way, Parvati Parameshwara, that's a different meaning. And then if you break it after Pa, then it's a different meaning. That's beautiful. Generally, when we think of Parameshwara, then we always think of Shiva.
Yeah. Parvati Pa, Shiva, Rameshwara, Vishnu. So this is the beauty of poetry of Kalidasa, you know. Every shloka you will be like, I see the happiness in the face of Shyamji today.
I really like the
the what you can say, the beauty of knowing something, or the happiness when we learn something, you know. This is called as Anando Brahma.
Yeah.
You are not getting any money, you are not getting any palaces, but you are happy with the knowledge. Jnanam Brahmeti Vyajana, Taittiriya Upanishad tells, where you can find happiness in knowledge. If you know something, you will get Ananda.
The very first shloka, it kind of shows the brilliance of Kalidasa.
Yes. Imagine if the first shloka is like this, what will be there in the entire poetry?
Tip of the iceberg.
It's not even tip, Swami. A minute particle of an iceberg. Vagardhau iva sampruktau Vagardha pratipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau Vagardhau iva sampruktau Vagardha pratipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau Vagardha iva sampruktau Vagardha pratipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau Vagardha viva sampruktau Vagardha pratipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau Vagardha viva sampruktau Vagardha pratipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau. I'm just saying, repeating because of you, Lakshmana Reddy ji, Dutt ji, Santosh ji, everyone. Vagardha viva sampraktau, Vagardha pratipattaye, Jagatah pittarau vande, Parvati parameshwarau, Vagardha viva sampraktau, Vagardha pratipattaye, Jagatah pittarau vande, Parvati parameshwarau, Vagardha viva sampraktau, Vagardha pratipattaye, Jagatah pitarau vande, Parvati parameshwarau, Vagardha viva sampraktau, Vagardha pratipattaye, Jagatah pitarau vande, Parvati parameshwarau. Able to read, everyone?
Yeah. Acharya ji, I think this Kalidasa, are there several Kalidasas? Like, because when I looked at the timelines, all three are several hundred years apart. Vikramaditya is BC
Bhoja.
and Bhoja is like in 1000 years or 11th century. And then this one is like 4th century. Actual, his birth is about the 4th century or something like that.
Many people researched on the same thing of timeline of Kalidasa.
Yeah. So
But
is it
no
like
one came to a
Indra or-
conclusion.
Is it like a position instead of a person?
No, I don't think so, Swami. The Kalidasa is the one in Vikramaditya's era. He wrote all these things. Is fine. But the story which I told you earlier may be a creation. To just explore or to just enhance Kalidasa, they might have developed this, okay, and just to give him more glory to his history, they might have.
But Bhoja is actually 1000
Let me
years
tell you
after.
this. In Bhoja's era, there is a Kalidasa again, but there is no evidence that he wrote all these books in that era. He wrote poetry. One day, I'll tell you how a Bhoja's concept will be. Bhoja Raja's concept. One day, Bhoja Raja ordered everyone that everyone in my kingdom should speak only in Sanskrit. Samskrita Bhasha, only Raja Bhasha. Everyone should talk. He ordered a GO. Okay. Whoever meets King Bhoja will also should talk a shloka, a new shloka. He should tell a shloka and get inside. It is an invitation card. Whoever talks in or write a shloka in Sanskrit, they are welcomed. Two Vedic scholars came. They wanted to meet the king. But they don't know how to make shlokas. They have knowledge of Vedas, but they don't know how to make shlokas. They know Sanskrit, but they don't know how to make a shloka. It's not mandatory to every scholar that they should write poetry. But people who are guarding, they just stop them, not entered. Only when you write poetry, then only you will be entered. Or they are just grabbing their hair, no know what to do. Then two scholars, they talk to each other. Okay, what will go and ask Raja? Bhojanam. Okay, Dehi is give Rajendra. First line completed. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. Like that. Bhojanam Dehi Rajendra. The second one told, okay, Bhojanam is done. What we'll ask more in Bhojanam? Ghrita. Ghrita means ghee. Supa. Supa means dal.
Yeah.
Samanvitam. What a Brahmin can ask? Ghrita, Supa, Samanvitam. Pappu and ghee. Done. 2 lines done. Remaining 2 lines, they are not getting it. They are not getting. Almost 2 hours happened. First 2 lines they could do, but not the second 2 lines. Meanwhile, a person is going. A fellow is going, moving there. They requested, excuse me, sir, can you help me out? He said, yeah, what happened? They are asking me to get to write a shloka to get inside. I want to see the king Bhoja. Bhoja is a great scholar. He gives a lot of money to scholars. So we want to go inside, talk to Bhoja. We are unable to write the shloka. Why? We could be able to only 2 lines. Do only 2 lines. What are they? Bhojanam Dehi Rajendra Ghrita Supa Samanvitam. Very simple. Create the other 2 lines. Easy, na? Swami, that's the problem. We are unable to do it. Okay. Mahishancha Sharat Chandra Chandrika Dhavalandadi. Tell it and just go inside. He went off. They find it very well. They went inside. They told the shloka to the keepers. They are happy. They went inside. Raja was sitting. They asked, Swami, tell me the shloka. Now they are starting it. What they are writing? Shloka. Bhojanam dehi Rajendra Ghruta Supa Samanvitam. Look at the shloka. Bhojanam. Hope you will be able to understand. That's why I'm telling. Bhojanam dehi Rajendra. What is Bhojanam dehi Rajendra?
Was meals, Raj.
Give us food.
Ghruta Supa Samanvitam. What is Ghruta Supa Samanvitam?
Dal with the ghee.
Ghee and dal, right?
With ghee and dal, that's it. So with the ghee and dal. The other guy, what he told? Mahishancha Sharat Chandra I'm just separating because you will understand it. Or else
Yes.
it's actually one word. Mahishancha Sharat Chandra Chandrika Dhavalandadhi is a one line. In one word only. Okay, Bhojanam is one word, na? Dvitiya vibhakti ekavachanam. Dehi is give. Rajendra is a one word. Ghruta, one word. Supa Samanvitam is a, okay. Mahishancha Sharat Chandra Chandrika Dhavalam Dadhi. This is what he explained. They went off, they told Raja, this is a shloka. Bhojanam dehi Rajendra, Grita Supa Samanvitam, Mahishancha Sharat Chandra Chandrika Dhavalam Dadhi. Then Raja told, first both lines are yours, not the second two lines. Who told you? Tell me this. He said, no, Swami, we created this. No, tell me something. No, we just took a help of somebody for 1 or 2 letters only. This is all we created. No, the shloka is the next 2 lines written by Kalidasa. Where is he? Bhojaraja could identify him. Why? Bhojanam is another word. Dehi is give. Rajendra king another word. 3 words happened. Ghruta is another word. Supa is another word. Samanvitam is another word. In first line, in two sentences, there are 6 words. Different words tells about different things. Now in the second line, see. You should ask Dadhi. Dadhi means?
Curd.
Curd. What type of curd? Dhavalam Dadhi. White curd. What white it should be? Chandrika. Chandrika. What is Chandrika?
Moonlight.
Moonlight. Vanilla. I want a Dadhi like white Dadhi. White is not similar white. It should be Chandrika Dhavalam. Chandrika, it should be like moonlight. What type of moonlight? Not a moonlight on summer. Not a moonlight in rainy. Sharat Chandra. In winter season moonlight. It should be more thick. Okay. Sharat Chandra Dadhi. And it should be Mahisham. The curd should not be from she buffalo. It should be from a cow. Sorry, it should not be from a cow. It should be from she buffalo. Because Mahisha Dadhi, curd of a she buffalo milk is so tight and so thick. So all these words expressing only curd.
Yes.
What type of curd? She buffalo